Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Moose here, and today I'm going to be showing off my custom figures here. These are all figures that I've made. Not that I made them, but these are all figures that were made by Hasbro, and I just decided to kick bash or just paint them up and try to make customs out of them. So this is just all MCU based figures. So I will be also be kind of showing off how I did them and how you can make them yourself. So hopefully this video won't be too long. So we're gonna start here with SpiderMan. Basically, I just followed a D-Star video. I did it before the D-Star video, but basically what I did, I took this Micron. Let me move my thumb. This Micron Pigma pen, and I did the number 01, or you can do 0.5. That's probably better. And all I did was just before I did that, I used hold on. I used these Testor paints. I used the red Testor paint to have a darker red, and that's when I used the micro pen after it dried, and then I just drew into the lines, and then there you go. You have a brand new upgraded suit Spider-Man. So I just did it through all the red on the body, and it just took me about a couple days to get this done, and that's basically all you do. And so yeah, so moving on from the Spider-Man to the Daredevil. So the Daredevil, this was seen in my Daredevil versus Elektra Kingpin video, and Ronin video. And so basically what I did with this guy is I also used the Testor paints. I used the black, and this is actually a kick bash. The legs from this part here to the crotch piece all the way down to the legs. All this part is from the Infinity War Nomad Captain America, and then from this part here, even the head is from, and the hands as well, is also from the Doctor Strange Iron Fist from the Doctor Strange wave, the Dormammu wave. And so basically what I did is I used a proxy sculpt, which it will come in like a blue and a white little package. It will come in the box, but it will come. So I basically molded those two together. You mix those two together, and I just put it on top of the face and just stretched it out all across the mask. And I just painted black from there, and I painted white at the bottom to represent the bandage. And then I cut the part of the mask here. I forgot what this is called, so excuse me. But this was way longer, so I made it shorter because it's a bit shorter in the show. And basically, I just heated up both figures, removed the legs, and removed the top half of the Nomad, and I just put it together. And I just used a bit of glue, and there we go. And I just used some black paint. Yeah, so this is basically what I did. This one's a more in-depth one. This one's more, I took a lot of work and a lot of time to get this one done. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this Daredevil. And so basically, this is all I did. And I think the end result, it could have been better. I think if I could do another one, I think I could make this one look a lot better. And also I forgot to mention the neck here. Focus. Yeah, for the neck, I use this Citadel layer paint. It's Kiss Left Flesh. So this is basically what I used for skin tone. And then I also used that for the Hawkeye here and the Punisher. So so put the Daredevil back. Hopefully it will stand, it won't fall down. So on next to is Hawkeye. And basically what I did, I just bought another Ronin figure. Removed the coat piece and removed the head, Now, this, in order for this to work, you would have to have the Hawkeye Black Widow 2-pack for the head here, and that's in order. That's the only way you can make this Hawkeye, really. So if you do have this head sculpt, or you can buy this head sculpt of somebody, get this head sculpt if you want, or just buy the 2-pack if you want the 2-pack. And basically what I did was I looked up some set photos and some stuff from the movie, and I just painted. There's all this originally is all black, so there's no paint under here. Just to clarify, because somebody asked me that in DMs. So this part here is gold. All around here and the top part here is gold. So I just also used the test tour paint as well. There's a gold, right there it is, right there, right next to the red. And I just used the gold there, and it matched perfectly with the figure with Ronin. And I just thought, oh, that's perfect. So so I just painted all this gold and just the torso piece, and then I just gave him a bow. And then with the neck, because the neck here is also, if you focus, the neck here was also black. So I just used a Citadel paint, and I just painted that skin tone color, and there we go. We have an endgame Hawkeye. It's pretty simple. You can do this one like in a day. If you have a Ronin and you have the Hawkeye head, then yeah, I think this would be perfect for your collection if you're a fan of Hawkeye and if you want to make an endgame display. So for this one, we have the Punisher, so battle damage Punisher. So this one, I really love this one. So you move this gun out the way. So basically what I did, and I kind of chipped the paint a little bit, but that's okay. I can go back and fix that. So basically what I did for this guy is I took the arms off, because the original arms were coat arms. So I just took the coat arms off, and I had an extra comic Daredevil, and so I just put the comic, so I heated up both arms, and I popped them off, took the Daredevil arms, put these on, and I colored with, and this is at the time before I had test core, I use acrylic paint. So if you have acrylic paint, this can work. Just make sure you have something that you can cover it up, like with nail polish. At the time I used nail polish, but I don't really recommend that. So just use test core paint or test core paint for the black. That's what I can recommend for the black part here, so it won't chip as easily. And I use the Citadel paint for the arms, and that's what I did for that. And then for the red, I just also use acrylic paint. So I just use acrylic paint for blacks, browns. I use brown for dirt all around his body, and I just realized it wasn't in focus. So I used some browns to make it represent dirt, and I used some blacks to represent like dust or ash or whatever, and I used reds to represent blood. And then a lot of people asked me about the bullet holes here. So what I did was I heated up. I basically took some toothpicks, and you gotta be careful with this. If you're younger, please, I urge you to ask your parents permission to do this. So ask your parents to ask them to do this for you, or if you can't do this, then you can't do it. Do not do it behind your parents' back. Please, I urge you not to if you're a younger viewer. So basically what I did was I set the toothpicks on fire, and I jabbed them into the pieces, and then I cut them off, and then I cut them with scissors, and then I painted it gold on here, and here to represent a bullet stuck inside his vest. And so I basically painted the red and browns all around the figure. You can kind of see it. It's a little bright, but you can kind of see the browns. I use a dry brushing on this guy. So a lot of dry brushing. So basically this is all I did, and I tried looking up some set photos and stuff of him all bloodied up, and some stuff in the show, so you can get kind of that feel that it's a bit screen accurate. So yeah, this is basically what I did with the Punisher. And then we'll go on to here is Proxima Midnight. So Proxima Midnight, she's a little tall. I didn't do too much for the Proxima. So this is also what I did. I used the test core paint, the gold test core paint, and I painted this a more brighter gold because this one was kind of matted, and this was basically not as shiny. I did the same thing with her staff here, or whatever this is called, her spear, staff thing. And I also painted the top silver. It's not as visible. I might have to go back and do it again, but I painted this part silver. And I also painted this part blue because it has a bluish hue to it. So I also used the Testor paint for that. So I painted this blue. And then with her face, same thing, Testor paint. And I had to look up some photos of Proxima Midnight from the film, from Infinity War. Just get this right, because it's not as visible, but I tried to put her scar on the top of her mouth. So might have to do that again. So I basically, oop, there she goes. I painted her blue at the top here and left this black because this part here is black. And I painted the rest of her face white and with some blue on her lips and the blue stripe that she has on her chin. And I did the same thing on her neck, although this is kind of chipping on me because I moved the head a lot. So make sure you do extra coats. I cannot stress that enough. If you're making a custom, put extra coats on it. Cannot stress that. So getting close to the end here. I'll make this quick. This is basically Mark 85 Iron Man. And so basically what I did, use some Testor paint. I painted the arms gold at first. I painted them gold first. And then I had a gray acrylic paint. So this is why it kind of looks like garbage. So I tried to make it look as good as I could. So I used some grays because I had to look up some screenshots from the movie and also some promo images to look up where some gray parts were. So I just added grays on his arms here and on the back of his head because he has some grays on the back of his head and on his arms. And then I added some gray on the legs and the feet. So yeah, so this is basically it. There really isn't much. So the paints that I used, like I said, was Testor gold paint and gray acrylic paint. So that's basically what I used. And then going on to the last figure here in the showcase is Bucky Barnes, aka Winter Soldier, aka White Wolf. So this is basically what I did for this guy. I gave him a proper gun because he needs a big gun because he had the gun in Infinity War. But basically what I did, I didn't do too much with this guy. I painted a beard on Bucky because he has a beard in the movie. It's not that great of a beard. I might go back and fix it and just like kind of look up some stuff in the film and try to get it more accurate as I possibly can. And then I just added some browns to dirty up his outfit because it's a little bit dirty in the movie. So I just did that through his. Can't really see it too much, but if you look at it, there's browns all around here just to make it a more darker blue. And on his arm here, I had some browns, a little bit on the back, and I didn't do too much to the pants because I couldn't really see anything for the pants, so I just left the pants alone. And this arm here is basically the same. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had to answer the phone. So anyway, there you go, guys. There's all my custom MCU figures. So if you guys enjoyed this video and if you'd like to see more videos like this, like more of a tutorial video on one of these guys, just let me know and I can do a step-by-step. And yeah, so this is basically the end of the video. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to follow me on Instagram, the link will be in the description. And I'll try and find links for everything I showed in the video, like the proxy sculpt, the Testor paint, the Sentinel stuff. It will probably be in the description as time goes on. So look in the description for that if you want to buy this stuff on your own. So yeah, and also the same thing goes for the pens as well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.